Hi, my name is Adi Sully, and today I am going to be talking about communications theories, specifically the empirical laws theory of communication. So, a communication theory is something that we use to explain communication between a sender and a receiver. There are many different theories. The one that I want to talk about today is the empirical law theory. And I chose this one just because it's more of that scientific approach to communication, which is something that I'm more inclined to be interested in. And I feel that it is a good summation of basic communication and getting to know the people around us and being able to adjust how we communicate based off of this theory. So, to start with, the empirical law paradigm or theory is an approach to communications which states that there's universal laws applied to how we communicate. So basically, we are able to use the cause and effect example or theory to predict the outcome of our interactions with other people or communication with other people. And so we have this causation where I'm having a conversation with somebody and I'm utilizing the information that I've already previously gained or that I'm currently seeing in order to predict the outcome of that conversation. And so we're able to utilize that in a way to kind of navigate the world around us and be prepared for different scenarios. There is a downfall or shortcoming to this theory, and basically it is that it is oversimplified. Not every communication interaction is going to have the same outcome, even if there are similar situations, because people are complex. There's always outside forces that are going on. There's something that could influence the interaction that particular day. And so that is a downfall of the empirical law theory. In my own personal experience as a professional, I had the opportunity to interact with a lot of people, my own staff, people in the community, my leadership, people in different departments and programs. And so I was constantly surrounded by people and having to communicate with them. And over my 11 years there, I was able to predict the outcome of most conversations. When I spoke to clients, I knew that, this specific family kind of fit this dynamic. This is how I need to approach them in my communication in order to have the best possible outcome. And most of the time it worked. That's why I do like this theory. I think that when you are able to kind of familiarize yourself with the people around you and have that information, you can plan ahead. And if things don't work out the way you plan, you have your backup plan in place. And so the particular scenario that I want to relate to today is I had a staffing with my leadership in a different department with their agency, and our two departments never see eye to eye. They will never see eye to eye, and that has to do with the way that the trickle down effect. So it's something that can't be fixed from the bottom up. It has to be fixed from the top down. So it's just something that was our reality I was aware of. I went into a case staffing where I was pretty certain of the outcome and how the interactions would go during that staffing. I knew that what I was asking for was child safety, and I knew that I would be met with opposition from the other team. And while I was surprised with the attitude and tone of the leadership on the opposite team and was not expecting that unprofessionalism from them, I was expecting the outcome that we got as far as us not seeing eye to eye. And because of that, I was able to manage my frustrations. Whereas the caseworker, my employee who was out in the field, was not used to that. She hadn't experienced it. She didn't know the cause and effect of that relationship. And so for her, it was a lot more frustrating. It was a pretty volatile meeting, but I was able to manage my emotions, be prepared with my statements and my facts, and deliver my evidence in a way that it mattered. It was persuasive, but at the end, there was no agreement, and I already had my backup plan in place. So we were able to move forward with that. I think that this is a really important thing because while it's not 100% foolproof, I think as you get older, you should be able to gather information from the people around you and apply that so that you aren't blindsided, so that you can prepare and know how to move forward and what to expect. Thank you.